dun, 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 dun.
No, go ahead. I'm totally willing to kill the music if you want.
All the way though, you can't.
Yeah, like I run different music all the time, and right now I've got Star Wars metal going, so don't interrupt Aiden's dream.
Don't you tease me with a good time.
Cheating.
Sure, you always like. I literally say the mics are muted, and you decide to have a private conversation, which is freaking gold, man. Like, say that again, please.
So when I met Rory from Doctor Who, he told me nice fez when I got my picture taken with him. So
it's my really cool, Doug.
I'm cheating. I'm wearing Doctor Who on Star Wars night.
The first time I ever saw you, when we got talking, when you were a patron, you sent me a picture, and it's you with one of the younger Doctor Who and girl, and you're wearing that T-shirt that I absolutely love, where it's a Dalek, and it says R2-D2. I love that guy in Star Trek, but it's a freaking Dalek. Like this, I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. And there's Doug doing the face. So happy that he's with everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of We Shot First, the Dark Side Edition. Why? Well, if the dying plant life, or the fact that the Jedi Temple is broken and dilapidated, of course, what have you got left over? Think about it. I take you now, without any further ado, a couple of quick notes. If you are watching this on Twitch or YouTube, you will note we've changed the minis. The name that has a color beside it will also match the mini. They'll be sitting on a colored disc. It will be their ping, and it will be the colored dice rolls for a little bit more interactive. As well, you'll able to see their current hit points, their threshold level, and their current force point value if I click on these minis, just for a little bit more immersion. Because I found recently, like listening back, driving around the truck, when we start going on quickly about the numbers and everything, it is a little confusing. Like if you don't know Saga, if they're just there for the story and going, well, it's a D20 system, we'll get to it. Like if you don't know exactly what Matt, Aiden, and Doug and I start crunching and butting heads against, it gets confusing as hell. So I'm like, well, I guess there's pretty pictures in YouTube that just stare at the minis. Well, that's no fun. Okay, well, here's some math for you to look at on our YouTube and Twitch channel for immersion. Yeah, gentlemen, when last we left our heroes, Dr. J had brilliantly done some surgery to override the fact that a med pack can only be used once every 24 hours, but surgery can be done multiple times, digging deep into the guts with the help of Nurse Rahal. Jay Tamlin, Roll 20, in Jay Tamlin's absence, came through while Joe and I spammed his sheet. We didn't even have to use your ability that allows you to reroll intelligence.
Flash of inspiration or something like that.
Yeah, but that doesn't work. That won't work on actual
it's
surgery.
Not that one. It allows you to add a static +5 once per encounter.
Oh, okay. What was it needed? You're rocking the 30s.
Yes.
But welcome back, Jay Tamlin House, playing the intrepid Dr. Leth. So, gentlemen, you had just faced off some sort of evil dark side apparition, and then what I like to call a force predator, as something that looks like the Hellhound from one of the Riddick movies, almost took off Kimmy's arm, and then we went to town on it, and you guys made pretty short work of a very nasty creature. And I was like, oh wow, one encounter they struggle, one encounter is a cakewalk, one encounter they struggle, one encounter is a cakewalk. What were they thinking? And then I read ahead of what's coming, and all I can say, guys, is trust me, and I'm sorry.
Do you trust me? No.
Push. I didn't write
Teamwork.
this shit, guys.
So, what do you guys want to do next? You're on the second sub-level where A7 has give some dilapidated power with flickering lights and and such and whatnot. And you guys have made your way around a couple rooms, found the park in the center, and now you're at the north of the top of the map and found a surgical bay. Did some very welcome surgery. From the last episode, I just opened up a couple of off rooms that are like
Yep.
recuperative rooms.
Yep. We'll sweep the rest of the floor, I think. It's
Oops.
probably a good idea.
Oh,
Yep.
I think I screwed something up there. Hang on.
Are you guys in concordance?
There we go.
A7, what is in the room west of the med bay?
I don't have any visual the visual camera or sensor access to that room. Going from my memory of you might just want to go have a look before I get through this sentence. They are mostly a dormitory. You are in the dormitory area. There are storage rooms and co-op rooms to share, but so much has happened since the collapse of the upper temple. Besides some college furniture, because there's nothing ever. How many couches in Star Wars jokes, since Family Guy, nothing wrong with these couches, guys. You might want to take some.
All right. Well, TL access, and looks like young Jedi and I are going to post up on that door. I'm going to shift my shield to the east square so that it's covering Poser, and then I'll open the door.
Yeah, I just realized that his name tag is Poser.
Yeah. You mean young Jedi?
Oh, my bad.
YJ. There we go. You YJ.
Gen Y.
Yeah. Posted up on the door.
Is it Jeep?
A7 unlocks the door for you. I actually made the sound effect while I'm like trying to look up the sound effect. It's like, hey, wait, I think I got a really cool sound effect for it. I'm like, it's like, damn it. After giving you guys how much trouble, but like, no, don't do sound effects because I got this. And yeah, sometimes you gotta ab lib them, right?
I was the bad guy all along.
There's the door. Yeah.
I need the guy from Police Academy.
Oh yeah, Wondermouth.
Actually, he unfortunately passed recently.
Mm,
I
really?
I believe, yeah.
I saw him in a web thing in the past year, so I'm gonna now go look to see if he
I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure his name come up recently. And anyway,
Michael Winslow.
yeah. And here's your door.
He's still alive.
Oh, and the door's
Audience,
open.
do not be worried.
Yay! Rumors of a death. Oh, I'm one of those guys, right? The terrible rumors of like, oh, he died. No, he didn't.
Right.
How dare you?
Let's squash this now.
Yeah, one of those assholes are like, oh, Jojo's dead. What?
So I heard
Don't
it on the
kill me
internet
off
that he
yet.
was dead.
I heard it on a barely listened to podcast. It must be true. All right, guys, doors open. What are the rest of you doing?
I can't see anything in it, so I don't know.
I want to know what they're doing while you traipse down.
I
I have the power to stop time and back up so everyone gets a turn, Doug. It's really cool.
Merrick will hold position where he is right now because that means it's contained. He has TL on the far end. Merrick is here. Everyone's in the room. Oh. Overwatch.
Okay. So you want to like tuck it in the back corner here, kind of thing, like this?
Yeah.
Upsy downsy, that kind of thing.
Yeah, just checking the halls.
Righto. Rahul, Dr. Leth, and Kimmy still in the surgical bay.
Yep. Packing up all our gear, making sure our little hover carts or repulsor lift thing.
Okay.
She's
Well,
a pack mule, right?
if you guys are dicking around with luggage, then I'll come back to young Jedi, the front of the line, who moved his mini silently. Doug doesn't have control of your mini, does he? He's not dragging you along, is he?
And you come with me.
I went along willingly.
Oh, okay. So TLX stacked on the door. I'm assuming because we, all droids know each other, right? And A7 just like, here you go, ding, opens the door. What's Poser doing? Damn it, what's Jedi doing? What's YJ doing?
Posted up with the VibroAxe ready.
Okay. So, since these guys have stated a bit of a delay, I love more than people that split a party. As soon as I can get the sucker to reveal. Boink.
Clearly hose the room.
You see a room, and TLX goes, pew, 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 pew. What? No. when you say hose the room, are we talking like...
Auto fire.
Just kidding.
Oh, make me waste a perfectly good sound effect. No take backsies. You went off. Well, you gotta fix him. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We have to remind Jay that since to punish him for not showing up, we made his character somewhat nicer after the terrible things that happened, and you guys had to fight each other, thinking you were fighting an opponent. You were actually fighting your droid, and he shot you. And TLXS was horrified that he shot his master, and you kindly, almost, but not quite, almost put a 3-fingered hand on his shoulder and gently told him to run diagnostic, as if you were saying, "Are you okay?" I'm terribly sorry for that, Jay. My apologies. We know you're hardcore. Almost broke. Had the ice, cracked just a little there, but so many sessions without you, man. We're just warming you up.
It's all right. As I believe I've heard it said once, thank you for growing my heart that day. Now I know where to find it, so I can destroy it.
Dude, that gets you a force point. That's awesome. And then he had 10. How you doing, Aiden? How many force points do you get? Hey, you know what? Let's check out the left mini. It says 9. Let me do the honors since I gave it to you. Now you have 10. Look at that. Oh, no, hang on. And then there was 10. Has anyone broken double digits on like force points ever? Ever? No? Not to you guys. No,
for sure not.
No, wow.
It's hard to. It's easier now because we're 8th.
Yeah, but weren't we just saying that I was burning some force points on Dr. Left's behalf? So we don't know if he's got 10. It's allegedly 10.
27.
Look, you sweep the room. Your visual sensors, TLX, pick up. Now you're one of the guys with dark vision?
Correct.
Okay. How can I do this? I just thought I might mark the minis in some way. It's more like most of you do have dark vision and somebody doesn't, right?
I don't believe Rahal does either.
Yeah, like didn't you guys buy Merrick like sensory stuff with his new armor?
Yep. He's got some perks. I don't have any because I'm not wearing my Stormtrooper armor anymore, but when I had the Stormtrooper armor, I did have dark vision.
Okay. And Dr. Leth, doesn't your race naturally get it?
I have it racially, yes.
Okay. So pretty much
racist.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, think of Leth with the visor, Merrick with the gear, the droid is gear. So basically,
I have the Force, Jeff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can both reach out. All right.
I don't see race.
You see heat signatures.
Don't sense race.
Do you guys actually have thermal sensors? That is not a bad question. Who's got thermal sensors? Anyone? No? Don't just say you do and add it later for someone's like back.
I'm pretty sure Merrick's pretty stacked up on cool gadgets and stuff for his suit. We really pimped that thing.
Ryan, have you got thermal scanners and dark vision on your helmet or what?
Whatever the helmet package comes with,
You didn't write it down? It comes with nothing. You got ripped off.
No, it's a helmet package. That's what it's called. But
oh, okay. You looked that
the
up.
The details of what.
So he's on Overwatch. He's got his helmet off and he's playing with it. pulling those little tabs that separate the battery from the sensors. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
oh, like-
you've cutting the plastic where it says warranty void.
yeah, you still got that plastic sheen over the visor itself. He doesn't want to peel it off like a new TV. He's like, no, I can see him. Ever fun?
On the dark vision page for droids, it says a droid with dark vision ignores concealment, including total concealment from darkness.
True. But we want
Easy.
to
No
we
heat-seeking.
want to know we don't want to know about helmet packages. But anyway,
I just dropped the helmet package description in the Roll20.
oh, so
yeah.
plus 2 equipment bonus to perception and low light vision. So you need to put a miscellaneous bonus on your character skill perception, sir. Because perception checks are aplenty in this world. Low light vision. Okay, so you can see twice as far. Now, he also does have a flashlight. Like, don't you have the big mounted spotlight on your shoulder, and then you get the droid on the other shoulder? Like, he doesn't really need dark vision when you have headlights. Does he?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
a BD's generally plugged into the generator just to regulate it.
Yeah, but like, don't you have a free shoulder? Didn't you have like a pop-up flashlight even from your old suit?
Or we'll pop one on there.
Sure. Okay. So, brilliant light source, a couple of dark
Yeah.
visions, and
It really adds to the thematics.
two without, which will be forgotten immediately. So, this room appears to be bare, has a few beds in it. It is 5 squares deep, approximately 6 wide. It seems in concordance, I guess you could say, is the word I'm probably looking for, with the last room as far as how deep the walls are. There is a door in the back right corner that could lead somewhere mysterious and interesting. I will try
Search
to...
it for Jedi artifacts.
Can I ping to sense surroundings?
Detect magic.
Now, when you're talking about like to see in the dark, or are you talking about like a force ping going, let's see how many force users are around?
See in the dark.
Okay. Yeah,
Or
so-
the,
Well,
Yep.
you know what? I'll get on the comms to A7 and tell him he can stop focusing power on the med bay now and do that whole like floor semi-powered thing
Mhm.
that gives us the low light.
Yeah,
The murder lights?
it gives you hallways, but the rooms themselves are dreary at best.
Okay.
But and
I'll still do that though.
And like I
to
said, the
give us some light.
hallways are trippy because they do like horror show stuff where like it flickers close and flickers far, and if anything, almost makes it like stuff can get to jump
yeah.
on you better.
Yeah, it's the no lighting.
Yeah.
But now we know what we should invest in. I never even thought about thermal scopes and stuff like that. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So did you want to do anything with said room or just cower in the hallway?
They can
Wow.
move on and keep sweeping. I'll come in behind with Rahal and Kimmy and search the rooms for any salvageable stuff.
I'll mention the. Didn't they say that there was like a small door or something?
There's 2 doors, one in the back right and one halfway on the left.
Oh, sweep the room. Open the
Right.
doors.
All right.
would they use the force check of 32? Do I detect anything?
Now you're specifically talking about seeing, so basically you're just substituting a use of force check for a perception check. Okay, there's a whole bunch of other things you could do going, I search my feelings, I reach out, I just want to get a feel, and that's all different. Like right now, this is just use the force for eyeballs, and your 32 is like a perception check of 32, and the room appears to be empty as darkness is no longer a factor for you as you sense. Okay, now there is still the overwhelming, uncomfortable chill that is especially affecting you in Rahal.
Right.
And as you came down those stairs, it's almost like it dropped a couple degrees.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
TLXS, when you step into the room, your thermostat begins to malfunction. It tells you that it is a certain degree, room temperature. Okay? But your diagnostics that constantly monitor your motor functions, saying that there's a frigid resistance, as if you were standing in a cold wind or an Arctic kind of climate, and your systems compensate for motor power against said resistance because of cold. But your thermostat is going, it's not cold in here. But some of your other systems are going, brr. As you guys come and stack in the room all of a sudden, you guys do notice as you enter the room, your vision fogs momentarily. You shake your head vigorously and feel slightly dizzy. You blink your eyes in rapid succession, then scour your surroundings suspiciously, looking for anything amiss. But everything seems normal. Your friends are all here, and you feel fine now. Still, there's something familiar about this place, and it even feels colder in here than out there.
I'm going to re-up my Inspire Force Power like I was doing last session, where I just kind of had it going on in the background and eating my swift action every turn.
So what do you mean your force power? Your...
So I can... so I have a Force Power Inspire, which allows me to give everybody a force bonus to their will defense. And I can maintain that round to round by using a swift action every round.
And gives you guys +2?
It depends on how high I roll them. I use the force check.
Okay. But then you've
so
got
it would be
to
like
roll every round?
Theoretically, I would.
Okay, so how about this? When I attack their will, I'll pull it off you that round. Unless you're burning a swift to like use a force point on a power or right? Because then it would drop. Right. Okay. So I get it. So passively, what is your passive skill right now? Like what's your bonus to force?
17.
Okay. So we could say that you're rocking a 27 as par. You'd be surprised how many times, because like I said, I've turned the Saga edition into a fantasy world. It's mana points and blah, blah, blah. How many times her and I are looking up a power and she starts giggling because I'm like, God damn it, you can take 10 on this. And she's like, I love those guys. They've inspired me to take 10 on everything. Stuff like, you'd be surprised, like stealth checks and all that. You just take 10, right? She's giggling away at me. Bad enough I get it from them. And she's like, well, if you're climbing, and I said nothing. No. We've been having a good time. So, Cole's...
But yes, so a flat 27
we'll say
everyone a +5 to their will defense.
Okay, so
mind affecting and fear effects.
Yeah, so we'll go with that. Because I would rather that than suddenly go, oh, roll force, and you guys are, you know what I mean? Because otherwise I'm rolling for you. You know what I mean? Quietly, like perceptions is like, yeah, we'll go with a static. 27 is pretty good. Everyone gets a +5 to will. Okay. So you guys step into the room, search around. Things seem familiar. Well, so far, a lot of the rooms have been statically familiar, like same size beds, same kind of furniture, similar layouts, despite the slight changes in square versus rectangle versus oblong. You know what I mean? You guys search the room and don't seem to find much else besides a door. Now, owing TLX some time, because like I said, you guys said you were back there packing. So concentrating on Poser and TLX for a moment. TLX, you want to go to this door? Okay. Give her a shove.
A7, is this door locked? Apparently not.
Can I have a perception check from you?
Certainly. $13.
Okay. You A7 comes back on the radio, but it's garbled. What'd you get? Sorry, for perception?
13.
Yeah, it's garbled. Like you hear him crack the comm open, like the proverbial right? But you just get
I tap the side of my head like this to
Ching, 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 ching. That's funny.
You ask him to repeat it, and it's the same thing. It's like there's interference, or anyway, no, because you can hear him clearly. Like it's not distortion in the comm. The comm is working. You can hear the proper volume. It's not fading in and out. There's no static. It's just what he actually says. Sound like he usually speaks in common basic, but if you ask him a direct question, he might just use binary just to get, quickly, hey man, speak jive.
I know binary.
But it's garbled for some reason. Getting back to Merrick. Can I have a perception from Merrick outside the room? Merrick.
Add up.
17?
17.
You hear a heavy, repetitive thud down the hall. And not like footsteps, like people are, like they went into the room. It's like they all just kind of dropped their luggage. Like, you remember all the luggage, right? They go in the room and you hear scatter, thud, thud, thud.
All right. Merrick lumbers over in that direction.
Okay. Head on down. I'll get back to you. You guys pop in the room. TLX is standing just in the other room, scanning around silently. Poser, I'm assuming you wanted to come up to this other door?
Yes.
Right? And now you're going to be... I'm assuming you're just going to give me use the force. So if I ask you for a perception, you could just throw in a use the force. But again, because you can use the force for so many things, I want it to be clear what we're using it for. So your choice, whether you pop me a perception or pop me a use the force after I ask for one, I will assume you are, sensing your surroundings as the actual book says.
Yes, which is perfect. So.
Okay. Open her up.
The nat 20 for 37.
You sense a closet perfectly. One little table, it's cozy in here. Look at this. This is nice little, this little out of the way. I don't want to hang out with the other band members. This is nice and cozy in here. You want to step in and give us a search?
Sure.
Okay. Start rooting around. So about this time is when we say Rahal and Leth show up. You guys come in the room, and it's easy to ascertain what's happened to your friends. They've popped open doors. They're barely in the doorway. They start rummaging around the room. Leaves you and Leth in this room. Same thing. Bit dizzy, quick cold, shake it off. No, it is actually kind of cold in here. What are you two doing? Meanwhile, we have what is it? We have the lumbering mech guy coming down the hallway. I'm coming.
I'm mostly just sticking behind to make sure that there's, one, no after effects of the surgery, and two, if anything happens, I don't want us all to be stuck in the same area. I remember quite a few unfortunate powers from earlier that happened to work on groups of people.
Okay.
I'll move up to the door behind TL and have a look through to see if there's anything of value to scoop up onto our cart. Loot.
All right. Walking around, doing the thing. Check the room. All's pretty good. Guys finish searching the rooms, doing your sweep, catch up with each other. Turn the rooms over. Again, some minor personal items, not much going on.
Okay.
Kind of a bust.
You have Kimmy pushing the cart.
Yep. She's our pack mule. That can shoot a really weird gun.
You guys want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweep.
Come down here.
Gamble.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys pop another door. And it's, again, the rooms begin to repeat themselves in the way the setup is. They seem dorm rooms. There's the large ribbed bed with the pillow built into the mattress. There's a side table. Any kind of personal belonging that, like a foot locker or under the bed, is sort of built into a little cabinet built in the bottom of the bed. Like, very minimalist lifestyle the Jedi had. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, you never know when somebody might have a quartz watch or something cool and has pocketed or put something. So, it's worth
Well, were we
opening every
not
drawer.
sent here to search for a Jedi artifact? Was that not the point of coming here?
Yeah, you're looking for. She
Yeah,
believes
so, like-
she believes her holocron. Not to be one under somebody's bed, but you never know.
We've
I
got
mean,
a holocron.
Hey, you never know. We may find a stray lightsaber floating around somewhere.
Yeah,
The squid
yeah.
sold us a holocron.
Yeah. You enter the room, and again, you get that sense of cold and your vision fogs momentarily. You shake your head vigorously and feel slightly dizzy. You blink your eyes, scour the surroundings, look for anything amiss. Maybe you want to get on with this. Hair is starting to rise in the back of your neck. Everything seems normal. Your friends are all here. Aside from Merrick, who's, back there doing Overwatch. Still, there's something familiar about this place. Can I have a perception check all around? Leth, you didn't come along. What you doing?
16 for me.
34.
Another great 10.
$25.
25? And Leth?
That is a 28.
And Kimmy? You're rolling for 2 now, Matt. Like eating for 2?
This is true.
Yeah.
Kimmy hits a 21.
Okay. So everyone got over 15 except for TLXS, right?
Yep.
Okay. You guys check out a room, and then you head to the next one, and you start looking around. Okay? Let's go back in time for a moment for Merrick. He was not that slow. Merrick.
Yeah.
You hear thud, 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 thud. You come along to the door, and you peek in, and you see everyone lying on the floor. Out cold. They just literally just kind of stepped into the room and picked a spot on the floor and just face plant, dropped the luggage and the shit, and poof. You see everybody in the first room laid out on the floor.
BD, scan the environment.
Okay.
Gun spins up.
Okay. He, what's your standard scan? Like, what would you get him to do first?
BD, I don't think he really has much on the fancy side of things.
So he's looking for like something hiding. Can he hear
Yeah,
can he hear a
yeah.
frequency sound that you can't hear with the human ears, or like that kind of thing?
He's
right?
a scout. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do your droid eyes see that mine don't?
Yeah, or hear. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
he says he does not see anything or hear anything besides the fact that your friends are all lying there dead.
Dead?
Oh, I'm not a medical droid, but they're not. Doesn't look like they're functioning properly.
That is a strong assumption to make.
Okay, so he hops off your shoulder, steps into the room, goes over, right, kicks Rahal in the back of the shoulder, and then looks at you. Anyway, you see Rahal moan, and you notice like
I'm sleeping here.
everyone is kind of lying around like they're having some kind of nightmare. They're moaning and groaning. Anyway, he goes to give you one leg, like the thumbs up, and then BD himself just keels over and powers down.
All right, who's by the door? Is there anyone like near?
Closest
The
guy to the
door?
door would have been Leth.
Yeah.
'Cause
Leth? All right.
Yeah, these guys kind of dropped where
All right.
got into the proverbial...
I want to do a quick little game of grab the doctor and then just pull into the back of the corner where I am.
Okay, so you want to like step in the room, grab him, and pull him out.
Yeah.
Okay. You step into the room. As you enter the room and you're reaching for the doctor, your vision fogs momentarily. You shake your head vigorously and you feel slightly dizzy. You grasp his shoulder. You blink your eyes in rapid succession and begin dragging him out of the room. All your friends are in here now, all together. And as you're getting towards the door, you can't help but look around and notice there's something familiar about this place. Everybody but TLX wakes up. And you guys wake up to see Merrick fall over at the doorway with one hand on Leth. So, Rahal, you wake up, you're laying face down on the floor. Next to you is BD. Leth, you wake up, and you've been dragged a little bit towards the door, and he's got his hand on your shoulder or leg or whatever's, appropriate. But then the paddle armor is just he's kind of folded up, like he's sunk forward on his knees. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he's sitting on his heels kind of thing. The armor's gone into that relaxed fold mode and he's trapped inside it, but his face is like planted against the front visor glass and he's steaming it, snoring, drooling kind of thing. Yeah. And he's also kind of effectively blocking the doorway so you guys can't get out. Well, you could, but you gotta squeeze past him.
He is large-ish.
Poser, you wake up and you barely had taken a step into that other room. You'd seen it, your brain filled in what's there, and you just fell over, almost at the bed. TLX is still not functioning, barely inside the next room kind of thing, or at the doorway, as it were. Because you guys are technically at the doorways. TLX does not awake. The rest of you guys do, but Merrick falls over and is unable to tell you what he witnessed. So we're gonna have to move around everyone's perception for a moment. So Dr. Leth, Rahal, Poser, you are prone. You wake up. What the hell happened? What do you do?
Get up. Wake up, Kimmy.
Grab axe and get up.
Okay.
Begin attempting to, stand up and I guess try to roll Merrick out of the doorway.
I just walk up to it, access the control panel, start pushing buttons. He starts remote controlling because it's power armor.
Oh, that's awesome. He
looks at the thing that opens the little panel that says barricade mode activated. He's like, oh, stupid. Default barricade mode. No, I mean, Jeeves mode.
I was partially responsible for helping him build it, if I'm not mistaken, so...
I literally see you guys pull a panel and this little Atari joystick pops up and you just pull it out and just start walking beside him with it.
Just hook up my data pad, flip it sideways. It's a little controller.
No, the best is on the back of the Jenny jetpack is that you can open a little panel there and there's a little screen where you can play Pong.
Bing, bong.
Yeah, immediately getting distracted from when you're supposed to be moving him around or whatever and oh yeah, we're supposed to be moving this dude, right?
Who put this here?
Oh look, Pong, and he stops moving, right?
The accomplishment is next level when we upgrade Pong to Doom, because Doom can be on everything.
So Rahal's leaning, he's sitting on the end of the bed like a gamer, looking at the armor like it's a television. He's completely absorbed and but he's got him out of the doorway, so that's a win. Leth,
I meant out of the doorway into the hallway.
Oh, okay.
As in, I thought, okay, everyone apparently was asleep despite waking up and walking into the hallway. Yeah. You should get out of this room.
Don't worry, Matt. The Atari joystick cord still reaches, so sitting on the end of the bed. It's
Bluetooth. Don't worry.
Low tech. Hey, budget cuts. We had to get all the awesome gear that you got rocking, right? Okay, so you get him out of the room. Poser, what are you doing?
I'll go over to TL and drag him out of the room.
Okay. I would like you all to take yourselves one down the condition track.
Oh, no.
But I don't want to go down the condition track.
Meanwhile, TLXS. Okay. We check these rooms. Everyone decide to move on. And you're checking the next set of rooms. We scan the rooms, we clean them up. You believe you're on the east side of the building. All is clear. Place seems familiar. Your thermostat is not jiving with your motor sensors. And I would like another perception check as you move back into the hall to attempt. Rahal just okay, keep going, keep looking around.
Yep. You want a perception from everyone?
Just from TLX.
25.
Okay.
25. You come out of it. But you are doubly deep, sir, and I want you to go 2 down the condition track, please.
Ooh. That's a mean.
Oh, it's dark, isn't it? It's so dark in here and cold. TLXS, you come out of it, but you're not. Your GPS gets thrown. You're not where you think you are. You're back in the first room in the doorway. You know, actually, no, you're being dragged by Poser. For guys, you know. He's so light. Oh, this advanced alloy that Switch invested in is really nice, really light. This guy's not going to stink in the snow or ruin it. No, it's surprisingly human weight. This thing is awesome.
I'm pretty heavy.
I know you are, but Poser thinks you're light. I mean, sorry, young Jedi. He seems so light. You know, at first you thought this would be a pain in the ass. It might be aggravating, maybe even angering to drag him across the floor. But no, you feel strong, and he's light. Poser, you get him outside? Right?
Yes, but I don't like the dark connotations that you were trying to imply there.
Oh, don't check the Switch stream. Don't listen to the music I got going. TLX comes out of it shortly after. Now Merrick, they succumbed. Thud, thud, thud. You come down. Oh shit, what's going on? Mm-hmm. They wake up as you try to retrieve one of them. You succumb, and TLX sinks deeper. Can I have a perception check from you? Because as you go in the room and you drag Leth out, it's like your suit malfunctions. It fogs up, and you're like, gets a little. Hey, what's it like? A glitch? You know? Oh, okay, it's fine. And you continue to pull him out of the room. So once he's out of the room. Everybody wakes up, including Leth. They all assure you that they're fine, they're cold, and they want to continue sweeping rooms. If they continue their journey, right? If you ask what happened, they just like, I don't know, we got kind of tired and cold, but no, we're fine now. They all assure you they're fine. They want to keep sweeping rooms. You know, what would you do? Go back to Overwatch or join them?
Go Overwatch, but kind of speak closer and have more of a 360 Overwatch now, because now something's not right.
Something's not right, and your brand new armor, which is custom made, it might be messing up a bit, right? Perception from you, sir?
25.
You set yourself up into Overwatch. They disappear into a door, but when they come out, suddenly you come out of it, and you're not sort of repositioning yourself in Overwatch with them walking towards you. The suit is automatically walking, lumbering around in the hallway, and you're not controlling it. What, do you have an override code? Your suit's been hacked and someone's making you move.
Helga!
Okay. You joined late, but went under when the second was going, so I want you to come down only one on the track for you. So everyone's down one on the track, and TLX is down 2 on the track until I say otherwise. Anyway, you guys walk him out of the room, and just when Pong was getting good there, Matt, he starts screaming the override codes, and...
It is time for Helga!
And regains,
that's the safe way. Do the little tug and the controller retracts back in,
Zipped
panel back on.
I wasn't playing with you, buddy. All right.
Welcome back to it. Are we all here in
Kimmy
conscious?
Kimmy got perception the first time around.
Yep.
So she's only down 1.
She down 1?
Yep.
Yep, she is.
Okay.
And I think we should get a move on here. Got a bad feeling about this place, and I think it's starting to affect us. I don't feel so good.
I mean,
am not
there is the
at maximum
possibility of
capacity.
experimentation. We simply have one person walk in, tie them to a synth rope, and pull them back out if they fall asleep again.
Did somebody say synth rope?
He opens his robes. He's got like coils upon coils on hooks. You know that bit with Grievous where he shows off the lightsabers, right?
Oh, look, and we found Volunteer as well.
His cloak is synth rope.
Yeah.
Do that again, Aiden. That was a good impression.
Another for my collection.
He's got all these synthrope dispensers from different worlds, different varieties. One's gold plated.
His cloak is just made of synthrope at this point.
It's
just
lined,
spun around.
It's lined with synthrope, and then
Spun synthrope. It's gorgeous.
Oh, we know what he's hiding in those robes.
oh, that's hilarious. So, as far as you guys can tell, everyone does the Three Stooge slap, 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 slap in a triangle, and we're all good. Yeah. Okay. All seems good.
Let's get a move on.
An axe to the dark side music. Oh, we're awake now. Okay. Check out Purple Haze in the chat. Nice maps. You think? Yeah, I have my wife make them, Purple Haze. What are you doing later? That's Cheryl. Nice maps. Well, I always tell her, I actually pressed her to quickly do the maps that are coming up because they weren't done. I'm like, I need to finish these. We're getting close, All right. Keep telling her how you guys do appreciate the maps.
Oh, yeah.
They're awesome. The maps are great.
They look good. Yeah. Nudge, wink, pull. Thank you.
They truly are. They truly
are. And in full color.
I will tie one end of the synthrope around my waist. I will hand the rest of the coil to TLXS, and I will walk back into the room.
Same room?
Same room.
Try no room.
Okay.
Young.
You seem to experience the same sensation, but you're expecting it. You know what I mean? You get that?
Yeah.
And it's a tingle. It literally is something pressing on your mind. Back in your training, when your master would expose you, probably not to a dark sider, but they would take you to a dark side place, and you're like, Master, I feel cold. What is that? We'll put a sweater on you, jerk. No, we're still walking through the tundra, and then you get to the cave of the dark side, and that sounds really cool. I know, but it should be warm in here. I'll cuddle up with this bear and this fire, and you walk around and find yourself. Your master was a douchebag. But that initial pressing on your mind, right?
Right. Okay.
Now, as for Rahal's training, Dina's pure as driven snow, all he's had has been in the presence of, and I think I gave him a force point for saying this, an angsty teenager. A couple seconds ago. All he's had is this sort of gray doubt and guilt just emanating off of Poser, and he just thinks that's his vibe, right?
So this is what the Force feels like. It sucks.
Well, I would imagine that it's always been with him, and he's had sort of a sixth sense that he'd use for business and that kind of thing, and it's not like some people.
That's why I didn't get caught when the Separatists went down. It's what I mean.
Yeah,
yeah.
He knew when to turn left, when turning right was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we even joked early in season 1 that you were sensitive in the Force just with how effective your Force points were.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of gave us the inspiration.
Battling.
It was kind of inspiration for me to I didn't break the rule. It's only one Jedi per party, but we never said you could have multiple Force sensitive. We didn't touch on. So Matt was quick to scoop up that opportunity. So anyway,
hey man, I'm paying for it with all my feats. I could be so much more effective combat wise, but
or money wise.
Yes, you are the
or
party.
Money wise.
You are the party. You are the party squishy. So Poser goes in the room on the lifeline.
Like a rogue that doesn't sneak attack. It sucks.
You romance them all.
Yeah, I know, but you got the data pad, and it's and the deal is closed. Didn't see that coming, sucker.
He just walks around.
I'm the financer. I'm the rich guy that hangs out with the competent people, just kind of follows behind while they do everything.
You sneak attack their heart, man.
I was going to say, Doug's on the same page as me, man. Then they figure out a bureaucracy roll, and they have a heart attack, the fine print.
He talks and we realize, but didn't they break a law? It's here, have 10,000 credits and a coupon for a lobster on this planet.
Yeah, go to Disneyland. Go to Disneyland, where you could pay 5,000 credits to spend 2 nights at a spaceship hotel that's just like reality here. My reality.
Here's a check for 10,000 RAL bucks. It's like gold.
He starts his own Bitcoin.
Oh,
What's
God,
back in this? Was the bankers union? Nope.
No, what's back in this? You see that large, tall, walking armament tank over there? That's banking it right now.
Backing it, yeah. If you die, because we're all doing Jersey impressions, like you'll always be with us, Rahal, obviously. even if our token squishy dies. Anyway, back to Poser and his rope.
Does he go down?
He goes.
Oh, it's going down for real.
Sorry. I didn't even
Is he headed back to the closet? Because if he is, I'm yanking him out of there.
Are you guys placing bets? He steps in the room, he looks over the shoulder, and you guys are all giving the thumbs up, and then as soon as he turns away, you guys start like all rapidly, quietly placing bets amongst yourselves. Like Kimmy's going along, going, okay, 5-1, 5-1, let's go. Who says he gets halfway across the room? Halfway across the room? Okay, tail excess. Oh, you bastard. He's 2 steps, huh? Okay, well, profit margin, blah, 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 blah. Anyway. No, seriously, are we betting on no? Okay. In he goes, and no. He seems to keep his wits and his synthrope about him. You want to open another door?
Well, that's that room. What about a room you haven't been in yet?
Peek to the door to the west there. Just check that north section. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yep. Pop that door open if it isn't and walk in.
Okay. He steps into the room, and the wall on the back room we're all peering in seems to warp, change. No sooner have you guys gathered your wits from your feverish collective dream and send Poser to explore, confident that you'll not be affected a second time. A huge monster spawned from nightmares slithers through the entryway created in the back wall. Double the size of even the biggest bull rancor. This reptilian colossal drags its golden body into the chamber, scales shifting along its hide like impenetrable plates of anvil stone. Now, there's a dwarven name for you. As it lets rip an ear-splitting roar. I don't know where that is. Oh, here we go.
What the force?
Double rows of goring fangs leave little to the imagination. Let me introduce you to today's...
Where is this thing?
Right here.
Oh my god.
But that's not all. Shimmering as if quasi-real and following it into the room and scattering into the 4 corners are a ghastly undead haunted house dress wearing, soaking wet, floating off the floor ex-wife, disappointed father, disappointed master, and just an ugly freaking creature. Gentlemen, please select your token and roll for initiative.
Oh no!
There is a pause from Kimmy, who assesses the situation, scribbles on her chalkboard, changes the odds and bets, and again goes up and down the line. Go, okay, 5-10 on the crazy dragon rank. Will we survive? I'll be back in line, boss. Just be over here.
Oof. So first initiative is for Rahal. The second initiative is for Kimmy.
Okay.
And it looks like there are a bunch of old tokens in the turn order. So if you see us in here twice, that did it.
What did
That
it?
was magic. You cleared it out.
I just added bad guys. I did nothing. Yes, I mean, yes, of course, obviously, I'm so awesome. Excuse me while I roll for my initiative. Oh, you guys are so freaking lucky. Damn. I mean, it's got a...
You rolled zeros?
No,
to the turn order?
I rolled a 1 plus its initiative, which is really high, but it's just like, eh. And these things... Oh, also the same. Okay. Wow. Oh, that's better. That would be 28. Wow. Okay, is everyone rolled? TLX, what'd you get?
30.
Okay. The monstrosities, we'll call them living nightmares. 28. Young Jedi?
26.
Merrick?
23.
Dr. Leth?
That would be an 18.
Kimmy?
Kimmy rolled a 4, but it put her in 18. I'm not sure what's going on there.
That was an old thing, so we'll put it at 4. It's fine.
Yep.
And Rahal?
12.
Okay. And this crazy creature, feel free to open up with a galactic lore check to figure out what I am and how you could possibly defeat me. Got a 8. Kimmy's at 4. So, you guys are on guard, exploring the room, edge of suspense, watching Poser, and the wall opens up and this thing drags itself through the wall, and these apparition, quasi-real things that look remnant of your past friends and enemies come whipping past it and fill the room on either side. This room is not big, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this thing can barely move around with its gargantuan size. It fills like 70% of the room, I'd say, 60% of the room, plus there's 3 beds, okay? As it steps into the room, it squashes a bed and a night table and a bunch of the wall as it steps through with the front. It pulls its bulk and just crushes the back wall, and the whole temple, quakes and crumbles a little bit, reminding us that Smokey the Bear does not want you using grenades underground to try and take out big monsters. So, starting off...
galactic lore check of 24?
On your turn, son, I will get to you. But thank you. I'm glad somebody did it. TL XS with a 30. You're up. The nightmares are on deck. What do you want to do? Let's go to the battle board.
So I have a feat called Indomitable.
Yes.
It's a command. It's a talent. An Indomitable. I'd like to use a swift action once per day. I can move +5 steps up the condition track.
Oh, okay. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'd like to do that to remove my conditions. I'd like to use another swift action to convert my blast tech to auto fire. And I would like to shoot at that 4 squares right there, which should get the dragon and one of the pink thingies. Apparitions. That's a technical term.
Okay. We were discussing offline earlier persistent conditions versus not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Your where is it here? Sapping your moral strength, which is an emotion. So if you have if you have a talent or feat like Indomitable where you can rally yourself, I see no reason why that wouldn't cancel this, and I don't think these conditions are considered persistent, so you should be good. Okay. Sorry, so 1 to slap yourself in the face and wake up and game on. 2 to go to auto fire, and the third action was what?
To attack this 4 square right here that gets the dragon and this pink thingy here.
Okay.
And pull my sheet up.
Okay.
Auto fire. A 13. Well, that'll at least give them half damage unless they have cover, so I'll take it. So 28 points of damage. I did it. He at least hit Ref Def 10, so hopefully they took half of 28.
It hits. I've never seen a beast that has a reflex and then the flat-footed is better. So I'm thinking these numbers are supposed to be swapped. Like, how would your dexterity make you worse? It's like Am I so lumbersome? Like, is it so bad?
Your dex is taken out of the equation when you're flat-footed. So if you have a negative dex bonus, so
Yeah,
if you
like
have a dex of 6,
I just think that's hilarious. So I'm
That
actually
makes
better.
sense.
I'm better off to sit here turtle than to stand on my legs and try to dodge. However, my flat-footed is 13, so he gets full bore, and as far as hitting him in the face, and then the other guys, their reflex is higher. Oh no, we're flat-footed until we act in the first round, aren't we? So you actually get them too. Nice. Okay, so damage of 28. So starting with the little guy that you hit, okay, you exceed his threshold, so he goes down 1 on the threshold, and you do 28 points of energy damage, which this thing does not like. It just starts vaping holes in his quasi-realness. And that brings me to... I'm just going to quickly put in his remainder. Okay, that's him. As for the beast, you hit him solidly, but his scales are like the hardest plasteel door that you've ever encountered, and not a lot of energy leaves very large in the way of score marks. And this thing's damage reduction, not shield, damage reduction of 25 eats up a lot of that damage and barely puts a scratch in my plentitude.
I will use a free action to point out.
He appears to be able to resist damage. The dragon.
So that others know.
Yeah, that's good, because we got 2 guys crammed in the door, and he's shooting in there going, yeah, okay. And that's you, sir.
That's right.
No, it's our turn. The lawyer, the shoemaker, this tinker shoulder spy. There is one that's come or appeared right next to Poser. So this thing, this living nightmare, okay, this thing looks like an Inquisitori that's dead. You remember, I know I keep using Marvel as reference, but do you guys remember in Captain America they had Red Skull? And then later in Endgame they encounter him and he's like a wraith, but he's still him.
Yeah.
Right. So imagine you've never seen... no, actually, did you guys see a hologram version of...
Yeah, we've seen a hologram of Draco.
Okay, so picture all in red, but red and black, but mostly red. But the robes are tapered and worn, like he's the undead version of himself. An undead Robert Preston.
Nice.
It's a music man.
Last Starfighter, Music Man, and Victor Victoria. And I would actually go with the older, like not the Music Man version. I'd actually go with the slightly older, like Starfighter, Last Starfighter version of him. The guy's like, 45, 50. Anyway, this thing lunges at you. Not with a lightsaber, but with his bare gloved hand. And sticking out of the gloved hand is a cybernetic digit, ratted and torn, as if the glove had been peeled away. And he grabs at you with a 20. What is your reflex, sir?
The reflex is 19.
Okay. Grabs a hold of you, or I should say slams a hold of you, because his grab is so vigorous. His hand comes out so quickly, and he tries to grab onto you. It hurts a lot. And you take 7 points of damage. Oh, sorry. I need your will defense.
Oh,
not your reflex
will
defense.
Defense is 23.
Okay. Now that bonus you were giving them, does that apply to you or just them?
Just them, actually.
Okay, so you're 23, so that actually misses. Because this thing grabs a hold of you, but the shutter, the slam is actually mental. and it
Okay.
attacks your will. Anyway, this thing seems semi-corporeal. Part of it's ghostly. The part that reaches out to you solidifies, and it wavers in and out of reality. It's creepy as crap, but it's not completely ghostly. Like, it's not see-through and it goes through you, passes through your body. This thing stops in front of you and, quasi-solidifies parts of it and tries to smack you, right? TLXS, again, wavering form, and you just kind of shoot center mass and spray, and it does seem to, the energy bolts seem to react with it negatively, and it does not seem to like it at all. That's yours, right? So in the back here, buddy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, high fly, come right to the door here. This one here, also come right to the door. And then attack you guys at the door. So giving you guys, did we ever figure out the doorway cover bonus being 2 or 5? Oh, adjacent. There is none. Yeah,
there
but
is none in adjacent. That is correct.
Yeah, unless it's adjacent.
Adjacent foes never have cover.
But that's shooting. I'm actually trying to melee, so I think I give you guys at least +2 because I'm trying to reach through, right?
Yeah, I mean, cover is technically 5 whenever it's given. I incorrectly suggested that there was a 2 version of it. And
but
if you want to DM it, that's cool.
No,
right?
I've actually found +2 and -2 things in the rules with a bunch of skills.
Huh.
Several of them. They've been popping up, especially in stealth and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, just for levels of cover. Sorry.
Pluses and minuses, -2s usually come from talents. Feats and whatnot usually deal with the -5s, -10s.
Well, like I said, even if I should give you 5 from a melee, I don't know if anyone can see if there's any kind of melee, because I could because melee you're supposed to be able to reach over it, right? I don't know. It seems kind of douchey, but anyway, all right. We attack crosswise.
Yes, doorways give improved cover.
Okay.
And that would give +10 instead of +5.
Yeah, if you guys each, isn't it an action or swift to take cover behind something?
Right, I'm not taking cover.
Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, so he's
No.
leading in the doorway shooting. No,
You can do it as part of a move action. I never stated. That I was taking cover.
It's move to cover and then you just use it. Okay.
Cover is just a line of not sight, but it's drawing from one corner and making sure there's no interception of any barricades. Cover isn't like an active thing you have to take an action for.
Yeah, it just is. It just is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I take 2 swift actions to negate cover, to aim my fist and punch you.
Only
After
range
he
attack.
moves. Yeah.
Okay.
After he moves.
So is there any kind of cover if I can reach through a barrier from a melee attack? This is what I'm thinking. I'm not so sure. Anyway,
Does cover apply? I don't think the cover applies to melee. Unless it's a total cover.
Yeah.
It does actually. Improved cover does.
Yeah, because you guys are sword fighting through a doorway, but both parties would get it. So it's just kind of okay, now we made it challenging
Yeah,
for both parties, right? Yeah.
It's kind of moot, but it affects both sides for sure.
Okay. However, I'm not attacking your reflex. I'm attacking your will.
Yeah, so they don't get a bonus from cover then because cover specifies reflex.
I do have to reach out with a semi-real hand, so it's we're getting to some muddy waters here. But anyway, well, like I said, we're in a TPK environment, boys, and if I screw this up, if I don't give you the +10, y'all go down, and then we killed the whole, we got to be sure. So I'm gonna do some rolls, and if anyone can find any cover that affects melee, does melee affect cover back and forth? I need to know ASAP. Anyway, starting off with an 18 for TLX. And a 22 for Merrick. Let's say there's no cover for the moment before we get into the +10.
On your will, what's your will defense?
Oh, my will?
Yeah.
18.
Okay. So without any cover bonuses, it would miss TLX's natural will, but it would hit Merrick's, right?
Correct.
Okay, we'll keep that. We'll track that, and I'll just keep moving forward with this till you guys can look that up for me, because I want to keep the nightmare going.
There doesn't appear to be anything specific with melee. It just says an adjacent enemy never has cover.
Okay, well that's pretty much it, right? So no cover for you. All right.
You don't get cover.
Merrick, you take 12 points of damage, sir,
Ow!
as this thing reaches out and jars your mind, jaws you nastily. Yes,
My shield is over Merrick's square, so that would absorb all of that.
don't you use Swift to use it?
I've had it on the east square since I switched it earlier today.
You've had it on the east square. When did that come up?
I made the
about,
statement earlier.
about
Okay.
30 minutes ago. Yeah. I explicitly stated I had moved it to the east square before we opened this door
Okay,
because Aiden
gotcha.
was
I gotcha. I
that
gotcha.
square.
Okay, so your shield does what?
15, so it absorbs 15 points of that damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ignores SR and DR.
Huh? Then it
Then
Yeah, I was about to say, but if it's attacking his
No,
will,
that
it's
is-
probably not gonna.
Well, no, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't want to just read off the stack block going blah blah blah.
13 points, right?
Because you guys would try. Like
Mhm.
you don't know until you experiment with it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
absolutely.
This
So
creature's
13 points of damage?
yes,
Babe.
sir. 12. 12, not 13.
Even better.
Okay. Our last guy here is gonna go for poser. Hi there. And do the roll reach around. 27.
Well,
27
no.
poser.
Or lucky poser, getting the reach around from the dark side.
9 points of damage, poser. I mean, TJ. I mean, YJ. I mean, that guy over there who's alone.
Fine, just
and
to call it
isolated.
poser.
Okay. And now
It's gonna happen
And now it's
till we know his
Poser's
real
turn.
name.
Yeah, really. Now, young Jedi,
In
it's your
some
turn.
way to mock him for it.
What do you do, young Jedi? It's your turn.
Okay, so I want to try and do something, that I normally do, but might be a little odd here because they are semi-corporeal. But I'm going to try and grab the one straight in front of me with move object and slam it into the one next to it.
Yeah, just grab the squishy parts.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know until you try, right?
Yeah. Alrighty. Use the force check.
And this attacks my, fortitude?
Let me double check. It is will defense for the first target, reflex for the second.
Okay.
And I got a 19. Rolled a 3 on the dice. That was not
And
great.
I use the same number for both?
Yes.
Okay. And which one are you picking up?
The one directly in front of me.
And is there anything to do with distance, or does it just weight? Size? Like you don't have to move him multiple squares. You can just grab a hold of a medium guy and smack him into a medium guy that's adjacent, and there's no extra bonus damage for throwing him
Correct.
6 square. It's just a size thing. Okay.
Correct.
You grasp a hold with your senses of the tapering spine and shoulders and stem of Inquisitor Unreal Draco and smack him into the bureaucrat or one of the ex-wives. And damage? For
2
each?
die 6.
And they both take it?
Yes.
Cool.
4 points.
Okay.
And then as a swift action, I'm going to continue to maintain Inspire.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I
Have
forgot
you
we have a
been
bonus. What does the
maintaining
bonus
that?
do? We should figure that out because I think he's attacking our will, isn't he?
Yes, because if you've
Uh,
been maintaining that all, we get a +5.
Not until he
Yeah.
acts, though. He had to re-up it now. And we went first.
Yeah.
So now...
If you're in range, you have to be in 6 squares and line of sight. Merrick's at 7, TL's in 6. I can't see.
No one's line of sight. I
Okay.
don't think.
Now, he starts it this round, and everybody through the next round back to Jedi now gets the +5 because we're in, you know what I mean? We're in our first round of combat. Because I took you guys out of the, you know what I mean?
Well, since we're in combat, I'm actually going to roll it round per round because I can get it higher or lower.
Yeah, and I'll go for that. I was just saying, like, if there's force effects abundant, and if they're attacking your mind, then we're going with that static roll. But now we're in that moment of 6 seconds or less. It's like, okay, when Poser goes, he uses the force, gets the
power matters.
20.
Gets a 20, which gives you
+2 to the will to fight.
Just Doug loves tracking things. Doug, track. You got a +2. Congratulations. Not you guys, just Doug. You can only see him. You guys are covered by a wall, line of sight, and 6 squares. He's got to be able to see you, and he can only see Doug within 6 squares. So until you guys move around, yeah, you might want to. I thought you guys would be good to we'll bottle up and just hose the room, but you really might want that bonus and rethink your attack formation. Anyway, that's you, Jedi?
Yes.
Merrick, you're up. Dr. Leth, get ready. You're on deck.
We have many decisions to make.
Well, you've had 20 minutes, so.
No, I've had only 6 seconds. What are you talking about?
Not even. You've had 2 seconds, and now you must act within the last 4, or you'll burn your round. Why are you talking to yourself? Who is this voice in my head? Your head. Are we one?
Okay. First, because I was not surprised.
Yep.
I declare the dragon as my prime target.
Why were you not surprised? Oh, there was no surprise round. Sorry, yeah.
Argo, I am not surprised.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was thinking of the flat-footed until you go, which is down. Okay.
So, due to my soldier tree and all the fancy things that go with it, my prime target.
Okay. All right. You have to shoot through another guy, so I'm granting said prime target +5.
No. I just like a bing. It's like a Google pin.
He just declares it.
Yeah,
Okay.
You hate here.
Oh no. Unless you want a swift action to aim around the ghosty dude.
No. So the next thing I want to do is
does that pin cost you a swift?
Yeah. So I'll read it all out so we're all 100%.
Sure. And he fades off.
No, I'm reading it. Sorry, just ahead. I read a sentence ahead, so that I can buffer it for you. So it's ambush specialist. If you're not surprised on the first round of combat in an encounter, you can treat the first round of combat as if it were a surprise round for the purpose of talents and feats it triggered only during surprise rounds. Additionally, during a surprise round, as a free action, you can designate a target as your prime target. You gain a +2 moral bonus on attack rolls against your prime target until the end of the encounter. To hinge on that, I do have other talents which also affect the prime target.
Sweet. I will give him a green dot. It's kind of way up in the corner, but this is Merrick's
way of booping him.
Yeah,
right in the nose.
Merrick's ranger hate is going on right here. There we go. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Good description.
Okay. There you go. So that's up and running, and that takes a swift action.
Did it say swift?
I don't know. I got lost in the dialogue.
No, there was a
surprise
free action.
round. It said
Free action. Free action.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So
Sorry.
you're full of actions. Do you decide momentarily you hate this thing, and what?
I want to make a double attack,
Okay.
and then I want to make a double own attack.
Okay. Well, how many actions does it take to make a double attack?
Oh, you can only do that as a full round action.
Yeah. That's not. I don't think you can standard. We're not in
You can only
Pathfinder
double
section.
attack as a full round. Oh wait, you haven't done anything yet.
No.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything.
That's
He's
right.
got full
No,
action.
you do have a full round.
Yeah, that's why I sold my full round action. So
Okay.
that's
Okay. So you stand still, unless you're gonna take a 5. No, there's no stepping in this. Okay, fire away.
and make a cone of attack
Okay.
for everyone.
Brah.
Oh, you know what? I've got a really cool cone for you. Just give me 1 second here. So
Is it an ice cream cone?
what?
Oh, that was good.
It's a really
That would
cool
indeed be a very
cone.
cool cone. Yeah.
Oh!
His dad joked the crap out of you.
Smack!
What is?
That cost you a force point.
What?
That's all right. Take them. Take 2.
How dare you?
How
No, I don't mean it.
how big is the cone? Sorry, it's what?
It's a 6. It's a 6. It's a 6 square cone.
Aiden gets a force point from you, right?
He finally gets one of the precious Merrick points. But they're all there. But Merrick's force points are different than other force points.
Well, also
That's the best cone ever.
Rainbow sprinkle, yay!
It's his
weed
cannon.
Oh, Jude, you know what I totally forgot? I totally forgot I re-upped pro. So you know what that means?
No, what does that mean?
That means no, I've got special effects. Ooh.
Oh my goodness!
Sparkles! Animated sparkles!
Anyway,
All right, so I'm just going to roll an E-web attack here. We're going to see what happens.
Okay.
And just know that the Drago gets more love than the rest.
+2 more love, correct?
Yeah, on attack and damage.
Oh, and the dams.
Yeah, he gets +2 dice.
nice.
And brrrr, go dice. Be nice.
Flooding the mini with your green dice looks way better than my special effects. Smacking with dice.
Brawh.
Bah.
That's before the -10, right?
Sorry? 18 is what you're looking for.
But yeah, then there's -10 on that.
Oh, because
11. But it's an AoE.
okay. Sorry, where'd the 10 come from? Double attack gives you a -10?
No, sorry. Oxygen. No, double attack gives me a -5.
Okay.
Auto fire also gives me another 5, so I get to attack with a -10.
Oh,
twice.
okay. So, did you put it in like every time you guys make attack? Don't forget that little box comes
I
up going.
forgot
Do you want to modify? Or you guys just keep going. You know, like
I didn't. So
Okay.
that's an 11 to hit.
okay, 11 to hit. Okay, so with my, I'm still haven't gone yet. I'm still flat-footed. 13 plus the cover brings me up to 18, so that misses. But
All right, so you take half damage.
Okay, and what is my damage?
32. So
Okay.
16.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unfortunately, mostly absorbed.
I'm feeling I should use a force point.
So
Force point.
Hang on a second. 32 and a half is 16, completely absorbed by my damage reduction.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that
force
looked
point?
that looked for what?
Try to
For
hit.
his attack roll.
You got 11. I blurted 18.
Oh,
Even if you take
so-
the better, it's not 2d6. It's the
results
better of two different sects.
The
you know.
dragon,
Oh, wait.
but the
So
dragon's in there.
17. What?
But you can
Oh.
hit the dragon with that.
No. The
Oh, dragon gets more dice damage too.
Yeah, he gets,
right. That's right. Ref def.
He gets 2 plus. So the dragon is 2 higher and 2 more dice.
So 13 against the dragon, and you got to roll 2d12.
Yeah.
Eight,
so
eight,
give me
no.
a-
No. The guy in front of the dragon is giving me a +5, so my 13 becomes 18. I was starting with the dragon because you hate me so much. I hadn't gone to the squishy guy that you're blowing out of the water yet.
Right.
Okay, so did you hit 18? No. Would a force point help? No. Did you want to give
Isn't
extra?
a force point 2d6 now?
No, it's take
Yeah,
the
but you
better
only
of
get the best.
Yeah. Roll
Pick the better.
2d6, take the better result.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
thought
but it
was
is
like
a
reroll.
13. The thing is it's a 13 now, not an 11, because you got a +2 for your favorite enemy.
Oh,
Did
the
you get
prime
a +2 to
target.
hit?
which would
You get
drop
a
it.
Prime
+2 to
target.
hit.
So 13. Yeah, it is in range.
So now it is in it within.
If
a
you
force
roll a
point.
5
we
or
are
a
way
6,
deep in this.
you
I'm
could hit
sorry.
it. But just roll the dams. Ooh, good dams too. Add
That's the
that
extra-
to the
that's
total.
here.
Okay, sorry.
But wouldn't he
No,
take half of that?
what? Shut up. Let me and Ryan play. Hi, I'm the DM. This is the player. It's his turn. Thank you.
Hi.
Ryan, you guys are running with all this stuff, and it's like I keep saying the one thing, and you're like, oh, left field. Listen, the dragon currently has cover, taking its 13 up to 18. Now you're telling me there's a +2 to hit. Okay, that
Yeah.
11 becomes 13, right? So now, if you roll, like they said, a 5 or a 6, but you're rolling 2d12, I need you to roll 2d6.
That's the damage.
Yeah, well, let's see if you hit it. You want to spend a force point, right?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do
Yeah,
it,
so
Ryan.
I'm rolling a d6. Meh.
If you push the force point button, it should roll them both for you.
Sorry, I just pressed the d6. I rolled a 2. Whap whap.
Give me another.
Well, you get to roll another one.
Oh,
Another-
okay.
You roll. You get to pick the better of the 2 dice rolls.
Oh,
there
and
you
a
go.
5.
All right, I'm
I'll
just gonna
hit the
I'm
5.
just gonna have you guys mute up. It's like, I'm literally saying the same stuff, and you guys are like not talking over me. Now you're talking over each other as you're all like egging them on. Anyway, a 2 and a 5. You take the 5. That makes it 18, which actually hits.
Yeah.
Right. So going back to your damage of 32, adding your 2d12 of 16, bringing
Makes
it to
55?
48. I don't know what we're. 32 and 16 is 48.
Yep.
Right. In half is 24, which is completely absorbed by my DR.
In half? We hit,
Oh,
right?
oh no, it's not half. It's not, sorry,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
half, right? 48. Sorry, which is
Yeah.
half involved. So basically, that leaves you with 26. You actually do to me.
Isn't it 14?
Brah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, because DR.
Because
sorry.
of the DR, yeah.
Yeah.
That's still
Alright.
cool though, man. That's damage.
Okay.
That's first attack.
Hang on. Not done yet. So
What?
this
yeah.
the same attack attacks the mook in front of the dragon.
But
Yes.
the mook doesn't take the extra 2d12.
No. So
No.
But does he? But he takes the force point to hit though, right?
Sure does.
Yeah, that's on. Yeah.
You have an 18 to try and hit me, and my reflex is measly. Well, let's just say it helped also hit me as well. So I take it full bore, and I take 48 as well.
No, 32.
Oh, right, 30. Okay, right. Sorry, 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That was a good hit, dude.
Hey! I was dubious how well this combination would actually work. Because I'm like,
kicks ass.
yeah. It's really rolling the bones.
He takes all 20. He takes all 48.
Well, I know what I'm doing with my action.
Investing in Bitcoin,
Yes.
in Rahal coin.
With this kind of validation, why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Well, you're the backer, right?
Lester.
Haha. And bum. And he
Doesn't that
only
hit like everybody in the room?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's why we're giving Jeff a little bit of time here to do all.
And that's fine. Like you said, once the thing is done, you guys want to come in with the comedy stuff. That's whatever. But I'm noticing like the combats are getting really slow because everyone's like da 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 da. Lots of time you're saying the same thing. I know you're very excited, but we're gonna have to try something new here. So, Merrick,
All right.
are you spent?
No. Now I will do the second E-web attack.
Okay.
I will put the -10 into the modifiers.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
Ah, look at this. Submit. Go attacks. Oh, 20.
20 hits both.
Ah.
Okay. 28. You vape the specter in front of you. And thank you. That was good. I'm not even gonna look anything up. That was on point. 28 is full damage to Buddy, and then he absorbs 25 of it, so he takes 3. But every little bit helps.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, he should take 2. I thought he was I don't know. Maybe
125 from 128 is
not to be
more dice.
Yeah.
This is your prime target,
More
right?
dice?
Yeah, 2d12.
Well, yeah,
right?
he is. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So from the 28 points, I only take 3, but I'm going to take all of
And
this.
there's the extra, and then 18.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Nice,
gonna
dude. Your
take
extra dice
all.
damage is excellent.
Yep. Now, as far as how effective and is it reeling or is it whatever, it just looks like it's getting pissed off, and my hit points are still in the 3 digits.
How'd the other specters hold up?
You're making it mad. Your cone
Yeah.
goes straight into the square in front of you and then spreads out like you only hit.
To the fan to the left.
Oh, you fan to the left. Okay.
So, yeah, because you get to place where the cone originates from.
So you're going to try and get 2 more of them.
Holds the, yeah, essentially is flooding the room with fire.
Yeah, it would be same fate because this guy was just as fresh, so he's toast. And this guy wasn't even as fresh. He's toast. And can you draw 6 squares towards Poser for me?
Yeah, Poser probably is.
Hi, Poser. So, Poser,
Well-
you take a hail of fire, buddy. Now, I will give you the cover bonus. So, what's your reflex?
Okay,
Plus
so
5.
we are actually 7 squares away.
Actually, I can take.
So he isn't affected by Inspire, which is 6 squares. So would I be hit by a 6 square cone?
Watch
Well, the
this.
cone originates from a point and goes from there.
Oh,
Corner of the square
yeah.
to corner of the square, you get hit.
I have a template. If I could draw it out for a minute, if we need it to be drawn.
No.
no, it's fine.
It is 6 and
I'm
5,
ready.
then 5, then 4, then 3,
What?
then 1.
If you add 10, because it's a doorway.
6, 5, 5.
If you add 10 to your reflex poser, what are we looking at?
29.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Poser
you-
in it.
Okay, so
He's in
yeah,
it.
but he'll only take half damage, right? So half of 28, you're gonna take 14 from the last barrage. Half of 32
Nimbly.
is 16. So
If you have
16
cover
and 14,
and
you
it doesn't
take
hit
30
your
points.
reflex defense, you take 0 damage.
Yeah, he's got cover.
oh really?
So if it doesn't hit
Yeah.
his reflex defense
Because he's
with
got
cover, he takes 0 damage.
Ah, I
exactly.
remember that. Oh, so you're all
This is
right.
why cover.
As long
You're
as
all
it
right.
doesn't hit you.
That was
Yeah,
gonna
right.
hurt.
Nice.
It's one of the, like,
Thankfully, he
closer.
couldn't take. He didn't have the action economy to take a couple swifts to negate.
No. So the way it played out.
Sorry, poser.
So no,
You
Poser
can't aim
heard the
auto fire.
Poser hears the whining up of the generator. He's like, oh no. He turns over the door, starts hitting the close button like it's an elevator door. Like close.
And we will see you all next time.